Out of all my years of cosplaying, I have never actually done a glued hairline. Come watch me today to suffer and try to make a glued hairline. First, I'm gonna go watch my tutorials. Disclaimer, this is not a tutorial video. I'm just documenting my first time making a glued hairline. So we'll see how good or bad the results will be. I got my TaoBao wig right here. Let me just open it up and show you what it's like. This is what it looks like on my head unstyled. I think it's supposed to be a Zane wig from Love and Deep Space. I'm gonna try to cosplay Zane and style the wig. This is not looking very Zane. This is looking like an isekai MC. Let's see what we can do with this. So I'm just trying to make sure I know where the part is. I think it's part on the side of the face. The video is mirrored, so I was trying to figure out that part before I destroy it. Alright, I'm just gonna do a voiceover here, but I'm blow drying the wig just to give it some more volume. Flipping it upside down, so there's the wig. And then I'm just using the comb to find that part that I found at the beginning of the video. Kind of make it clear so that I know where to cut the hair and glue that hairline on for that part. Now I'm just clipping out the hair, separating it so that I have a clear area of what wefts to cut out, and just separating some more of the hair so I can go weft by weft and harvest the hairs. You can see me struggling here. There's a lot of hair that gets everywhere, and oh, before I did all of that, before I started cutting, I just made sure to straighten the hair pieces so that they would be easier for me to glue together after I cut them. And just a little bit more adjusting, and here I am cutting the wefts. So here I am following the tutorials I watched earlier, just trimming and cutting the ends of the wefts while holding them together to give that natural hair growth illusion. And then I took some Yoo-hoo glue and just glued it. I was really struggling with the setup. Also, I do not recommend doing this with long nails. I struggled so much with getting the glue out of my hand and picking up the hair wefts with the long nails. 0 out of 10 would not recommend. Here I am. Yeah, just gluing the hair wefts on and struggling to keep the weft together with the glue, because I find that if you do it flat and you pull it off, the wefts can separate. So here I am again, harvesting some more wefts. I just did this one at a time. I know some people like doing it all at once, but for me, just to keep things organized, I think I just made more work for myself, but I just cut them. I just did it as you go. But yeah, thin out the ends, glue, flatten it out, wait for it to dry, rinse and repeat. Oh yeah, and another thing I realized is you have to clean off the glue before it gets dry or else everything's gonna be bumpy. So don't forget to do that, to scrape off the glue off tools. So I basically have, that hairline of cut hair, and now I'm just hot gluing the wefts I just made onto the wig. You gotta work fast here. Maybe I just got really bad hot glue, but you gotta work fast or else the hot glue is gonna clump up and show through your wefts, and that happened to me. I'm not really happy about that. And I can't figure out a way to get rid of that hot glue without, ruining the whole wig, but you gotta work fast here. So here I am just leaving some space so that the end of the hairline still looks like there's still some movement to it, and it goes kind of against my scalp when I put it on. I glued it onto the hot glue with like a centimeter away from the wefts. And here I am just manually gluing them on one by one. I feel like there's a better strategy to doing this. I know the tutorials I watched had them going different directions, but this is what it looks like. Yeah, the hot glue. It looking kind of nasty. When I glue it, it just sticks up, so I'm just straightening it down a little just to give it some shape there so it doesn't just stick straight up like feathers. And not only straightening the front, but also the side, just so the entire hair flows together. I think this is the hairline. It looks a little scuffed with the hot glue, but for a first time, it's not terrible from afar. I'm gonna try styling it and maybe add more wefts if needed, but for now, I'd say it's okay. This is the first iteration, so I've trimmed the sides a little bit. The wig's not fully styled yet, but I tried my best to blend the hairline in to the rest of the hair. You can kind of tell where bits of the hair belonging to the fake hairline sticking out. I think I need to probably hairspray that, but this is what it looks like. Yo, I completely skipped a bajillion steps after styling that wig, but this is the hairline that I made. I ended up crimping a little bit and giving it some volume and just overall styling and cutting the wig, and this is the final result. Honestly, it's not as bad. I might still have to do some tweaking here and there, considering how the wig didn't have too much hair and, you know, a kind of weird hairline to begin with. It's not bad. I think I might have to cut away the hot glue here. It looks a little scuffed. Maybe I'll fill it in with a Sharpie or something, but this is the final result. It's not bad. I think for a first try, it's not terrible, but I definitely could do better. But yeah, if I can do a false hairline, you can too. Don't be intimidated.